Welcome back. We've got John and Kendra Smiley joining us this morning with a little parenting advice to start your new year off on the right foot, right?
Yes.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
All right, here's this week's question. I'm a recovering alcoholic and have not taken a drink in the last 5 years. My older kids have not had the opportunity to live in my home since I made this positive change. Is there anything I can do to reconcile with them and build trust? This is really difficult because obviously that trust is probably broken between the parent and these children.
Right. What we'd recommend is a conversation one-on-one with each child, not a group conversation to discuss it, but meeting eyeball to eyeball with each child individually and talk about the reason, I guess, that we bring this up, or the reason she's having trouble with the kids understanding this is they're probably wondering, 5 years, what's going to happen tomorrow?
Right.
And so they're wondering, is this change permanent? And so I think she needs to start by explaining to her kids what's the transformation, what's happened, and what motivated it. I think that's an important thing for them to understand too.
Right, and the building the trust thing is a long-term thing. So the continued good choices by this parent, day after day after day of good choices, that's what builds trust in these kids. They watch. Kendra and I like to say a lot that your actions and decisions give you away as to who you truly are. And so in this case, the actions and decisions of that parent on a day by day by day by day basis builds that trust up, and that's really, really important. And the other thing that I think this parent should communicate to the kids, especially because they weren't in the home when the decision was made, was that her good choices shouldn't be an excuse for the kids.
Or her bad choices.
I'm sorry,
right.
Her bad choices shouldn't be an excuse for the kids to make bad choices, because sometimes we use that as an excuse. As kids say, well, that's what happened to me when I was growing up, so therefore I have an excuse to make this bad choice. Nah, and I think it's this parent's responsibility to say, you know what, I did make some bad choices, but don't use that as an excuse, because I don't want you making bad choices as well.
The other thing that I think that this parent needs to do is to apologize to her kids.
Right.
Because that's a rough life, it really is, and there are consequences that her kids suffered because of it. And then I think she needs to, take that breath and count to 10 and let them vent their feelings.
Right.
Which might be very hurtful to her, but be a big girl and let them express how they felt about it and how they feel about the change.
Because even though 5 years does seem like a long time, for children of an addict, it's not that long of a time.
No,
it isn't.
And not even that long for an addict.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, great advice as always, tackling the tough questions here. So if you've got a question for the Smileys, make sure you send it over to their website, parentinglikeapro.com. If we answer it on the show, you'll receive a free copy of one of their books. Thanks so much.
Thank you.